Hello and welcome back to episode 55 of Unknown to World Known. We're back with QPR once again, and since you were last with us when we edged through in the cup, we've then beat Derby County 2-0. We beat Huddersfield 1-0 before losing 1-0 to Fulham in what was a bit of a West London derby, I think West London. And Fulham are a very good team in this league. They've just come down from the Premier League. We were a bit unlucky in that game, so it does bode well for us in one respect, but at the same time we did lose. And that does see us in fourth place at the moment. We're 1 point away from the automatic promotion spots. Bournemouth leading the way early on following their playoff disappointment last year. And today we're back for Nottingham Forest and Leicester City. So let's go see how we can get on against Nottingham Forest now. Okay, so the lineup we're going for today, we've got Christensen in goal, a back four of Geraldo, Mumin, Charles and Tripadelli. Masengo and Casato are our holding midfielders with Forson on the right, Coyle through the middle and Chair on the left with Scarlett up front. So Calde hasn't been in great form playing so far this season, so we're going to give Coyle a chance through the middle because he's been decent when he's come off the bench. He's not been fantastic, but we're going to give him the chance to have at least an hour on the pitch and see how he gets on there. Nottingham Forest are a team, they're currently 20th in the table. They're not meant to be that good of a team, so hopefully it's a game where he can really grow into it and show what he's capable of. Early on now, we give the ball away to Forest, and he's going to come down the left-hand side, but Geraldo and Masengo deal with it well. And now Christensen with a chance to build from the back. Geraldo sends it to Forson on the right-hand side, switches the play over to Chair, another player who's had a slow start. Scarlett lays the ball off for Coyle, who smashes it into the top corner to put us 1-0 up early on. And we have the lead. Chair here cut it back brilliantly for Scarlett, who just lays it into Coyle's path. And the Forest goalkeeper, Wildsmith, having no chance there. We're going to encourage them, see if we can keep that going, as Luton are now winning, which means currently we are staying in fourth at the moment because Crystal Palace are winning now as well. Us and Crystal Palace, we're level on goal difference, so if we can outscore them, then we will go into third place. Luton, I think, are a bit of a shock team to be up here. I know it's very early days, but surprising to see them being quite so high up in the league. I did check as well. Lincoln managed to survive in League 2. Scarlett with a chance now. It falls to Coyle. Ball through for Forson, and it's 2-0. A very nice pass from Coyle there, and he is making a statement today that maybe he should be playing a bit more than we give him chance to play. A goal and an assist in the first half hour. We're going to actually just praise him for that, because it's been a fantastic start for him. And now we've got a corner. Chair whips it in towards the near post. It's headed away as far as Thomas, and he's now running at the defence. He's going round to the left-hand side and forces Christensen into a save. Geraldo made sure he wasn't able to get any pass across the box there. As we approach the half-time, we've got another highlight. Tripadelli finds Chair, and he's going to send it inside for Casata. And now Tripadelli coming back down this left-hand side. Ball inside, into towards the near post, and Scarlett was there. There's a fantastic block from one of the defenders for Forest there. And surprisingly, the long throw isn't a highlight. But now it looks like that's going to be it for the first half. And there we have it. So let's tell them not to get complacent and just try and add an extra goal or two in the second half. Crystal Palace now 4-0 up in their game against Walsall. Tripadelli launched it towards Scarlett. It's headed away, but picked up by Vilka. Mumin with a great tackle there and sending it back to Christensen. And now we're going to start building forward again. Forsen nudged off the ball there, but we collect the ball and Scarlett is in with a chance here. And at the second attempt, he's hit the post. Scarlett has been really unlucky at the moment. I wouldn't say he's been the only one. Gallego as well. It's just that they're having decent games apart from their finishing, and it does concern me because Scarlett in particular has been a goal scorer. We know that as he goes for, and again he's hit straight at the keeper, and that's not the Scarlett that we know. And the ball in towards the near post. Charles heads just over the bar, but the Scarlett we know would be finishing chances like that, and he's still getting in the position, but it's concerning that he's not finishing them anywhere near as much as he was at one point. We've got a free kick here, which Coyle is going to stand over, and he's had a shot, and Coyle has absolutely charged his way into a starting position for next week. Well, for the cup game, I'd say, even against Leicester. Akalde going to come on as his short eye, who's back from his injury now. Only come back in the last game or two. So we're building his fitness back up. Coyle looking for Scarlett, and it's very nearly the assist for Scarlett, but Scarlett strayed offside. Let's have a look at that. Oh, very, very close. If he just holds his run that little bit more, it would have been 4-0. Bournemouth are actually losing 3-1 to Brentford at the moment, which means we go level on points with them. If we can get another goal or two, we could even potentially overtake them. And yeah, we're going to bring Rue on for Forsen and swap Short Eye and Rue because we'll let Coyle carry on, try and get his hat-trick. Ball in towards the near post and Mumin forcing a good save out of the keeper. Coyle going to get another chance to whip this corner in now. It's gone straight back in towards the near post and Mumin this time doesn't manage to head it in the direction of the goal. Rodriguez breaking for Forest, and Alan Rodriguez, what a name, gets one back from Nottingham Forest. We're going to just drop to balance, just try and make sure this doesn't get out of hand. We want to just make sure we keep the lead more than anything. If we are able to add a fourth, it would be nice. But more important is just... Oh, never mind, we've got no more subs to make. More important than that is just making sure we get the 3 points. And it looks like we're going to do that quite comfortably here. As we go through injury time, there's not any highlights to show. And we have picked up 3 points against Nottingham Forest. We're going to tell them it was a good win, but then we're going to go to Coyle and tell him we are delighted with his performance, because absolutely phenomenal performance, and he's definitely a starting place in the coming weeks if he continues form like that. What we'll do now is we'll skip through to the Leicester game and see how we're going to line up there, as that result sends us into third place, right on the tail of Bournemouth and Luton. So hopefully we can make a charge to the automatic promotion spots in the next few games. And we're back with the lineup for the Leicester game. Okay, so we're back for the game against Leicester now. we've got Christensen in goal, Geraldo, Williams, Charles, and Trippidelli as the back four. Masengo is partnered by Akalde in this game, with Harkin filling in on the right hand side, Coyle through the middle after his great performance. Chair and Gallego is up front alone. We're obviously going a bit more defensive in this game, given that we are playing Leicester City, who look to be quite a different team to what you know in real life. But of course, we are quite far in the future at this point. 2026, as Chair finds his way in. Gallego took a bit too long to decide what he wanted to do, and a deflected clearance fell to Chair, who did finish it very nicely, but I had a feeling he was offside straight away there. Yeah, I mean, that's unlucky for Chair in one respect, because yeah, it was a clearance that deflected to him, but it was offside, unfortunately. Masengo plays it straight to Laycock, who has now got a bit of space to run at. And Williams needs to defend well here, fails to do so, and Christensen having to make a good save there. We're going to encourage them a bit. So we are a bit concerned about Laycock after that run there that he made. It does make me tempted to get Williams to try and mark him. And now, I mean, I'm looking at this Leicester team. I don't recognise any names in this whatsoever. As Jardine gets a ball across. Oh, and that's so unlucky. I mean, I recognise that the striker, Laycock. I don't recognise anyone else at the moment from what I've seen. But Jardine there gets past Geraldo, and then the ball in, and Charles just kind of walks into it. Let's have a quick look through the Leicester team. Fofana's still there. I think Fofana and Laycock are probably the only players I recognise. None of the others ring a bell at all. We're going to go up onto a balanced mentality. Just to see if we can get some way back into this. But it's not looking like it massively at the moment. Geraldo with the long throw. It was toward Akalde, who just didn't seem to challenge for the header. Masengo intercepts quite nicely there, and now finds Harkin. And that's a great shot. Harkin really should be putting us level there. We've got a corner though, and this is going to go in towards the near post. And Fofana heads away for them. And now Geraldo just kicking someone over. What we're going to do quickly is go onto our set pieces. And we're going to get Akalde in there at the near post, because his height could be very important off those corners. 6'4" is a much bigger challenge to deal with, and the ball in Charles nearly gets on the end of it. And for some reason, Akalde, no, that's Williams. Okay, fair enough. La Quintana even plays the ball straight to Gallego, who's got a lot of work to do from there, and he's not able to even get started. Unfortunately, Jardine dispossessed by Harkin and Geraldo. But then Masengo gives the ball straight back to Leicester. Barco Marin hits the post, and that is a hell of a let off there. Harkin is going to have to come off at half time. He's picked up a knock as well. So we're going to make that change straight away at half time. Tell them there's a lot more to come from them. And then Harkin off for Shortire. And between the two of them, they were both a bit not fully match fit. So my thinking was, from the start, give them a half each. And hopefully that will be able to get the best out of them. As Geraldo launches the ball in, and Pinto's easily able to gather that, but it doesn't help that nobody even challenged him for it. Charles heads the ball away towards Coyle, but it's intercepted. And we are struggling to get anywhere near the ball at the moment. And at some point, it feels like at some point we need to start pressing them a bit more. And I think that's going to be now, because I'm just watching this. I can feel that we're not causing them any problems when they're on the ball. They're able to just pass it round as they like. So hopefully with pressing a bit higher, we'll be able to maybe force a mistake out of them as Amaral sends it inside to La Quintana. Back to Amaral, and Laycock makes it 2-0 just before that change comes into place. And that could very easily kill the game off if we're not careful. We need to try and strike back quickly against Leicester. And let's make another change now. Scarlett on for Gallego. This is what I mean. At the minute, neither of them can really get going. I think it might be due to being a bit isolated going forward. We're going to bring Rue on for Chair as well. But I think largely the strikers in games where we're not on, when the other team's on top, Gallego and Scarlett, they're getting very isolated at the moment, as Alvarez forces a good save out of Christensen. And we need to try and find a way to help them out. I quite like Coyle or Acaldo, whichever one's playing in the attacking midfield role, to stay forward a bit more than they do. They drop back quite a bit. I think we need them staying with the striker so that they've got that man to pass it to and then make a run. But at the minute, they're having to hold the ball up for 5 seconds before anybody's with them, and that's what's causing them the most problem. As Rue and Acalde exchange the pass there, Coyle finds Scarlett, and now he's going to go on a bit of a run here and absolutely blasts it into the top corner. Fantastic goal. Where has that Scarlett been recently? And now we've got 15 minutes to try and get an equaliser. What a strike that was. 15 minutes. Let's fire them up and see if we can pull something out of the bag. I think with 7 minutes to go, we are going to go with a bit of a change here, where we send Acalde up. Nobody else can really do that. Short time, no, none of them can really do it, but we'll just send these guys like this, and Short I can come into there as a shadow striker. Let's just see if we can pull anything out of the bag. Push them up higher. At the end of the day, it's a cup game. If they get a third, it means the same as if we don't get a second. We've got to get an equaliser, otherwise we're out. If they get a third, we're still out, so why not go all out for it? Rue with a chance here, and that is dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. And it looks like that might be our last real chance of the game. And it was. So out of the EFL Cup we go to Leicester. I'm not too unhappy with it. They are a Premier League team. As far as I'm aware, quite a good one at that. I believe they've been getting in and around the top four largely. 8th, 12th. So, no, not really top four. They've been very mid table. But it's not a horrendous result for us losing to a team that are mid table in the Premier League. Let's have a look where we can come back. This has happened again. No. Do you want to fix? There we go. So we'll come back for Bournemouth and Luton because they're currently the top two. Hopefully that can be a couple of top of the table clashes by the time we get there. So if you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below how you think we're going to get on this season, and do subscribe if you are enjoying the series as well. Thank you very much for watching.